Good morning.
Good afternoon.
And good evening.
And welcome to Mr. and Mrs. in Business podcast.
I'm Chris.
I'm Helen.
Butler. As you sometimes
You told
say.
me off for saying Helen Butler
did,
last time.
And what do we talk about?
We talk about business.
Life.
And everything in between.
We do.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
Calling me names yet again. It's sort of my signature thing there, isn't it? It's been a crazy... Do you know what? I always start these podcasts with it's been a crazy 2 weeks, but it's been a really good 2 weeks as well.
Yeah.
It's been busy, but really good.
Yeah. Busy in a good way, in a great way. Lots of new things. Lots of epiphany moments. Lots of reviewing.
Not just on the toilet, which is where I normally get my epiphany moments.
Well, there you go.
It's the only time a man can get a little bit of peace and quiet in the home.
And a mum, you lock yourself in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's what
Even if you're not on the toilet, though, as a mum, you'll lock yourself in the bathroom, but there's still always someone in there. Don't know how.
Well, you lock yourself in there with somebody.
No, all on your own.
I know.
Thank you. Yeah.
But we've had 2 new starters in the last few weeks.
We have, yeah,
which
exciting.
has been great, phenomenal.
Yeah.
They've hit the ground running. They've done amazingly well.
Yeah.
So really exciting.
Yeah, one on the Thread a Pixel side for the workwear and one on 2 Krakens for the videos and filming. So, yeah, exciting.
This feels very intimate again.
I know. I'm not sure about this setup for me. It's very...
Very formal, isn't it? So we did this for those that are... Maybe I should look at the camera while I say this, but we did this because some people were saying that they like the idea of a table setup, right? So before we had the table, it was more of a relaxed chair-style room, which we can change around for people, that's fine.
Yeah, we can just easily adapt it.
But then we had some people come in saying, I like it, but we're looking for a table space. So we did what clients asked for. We brought a table in, and those people now most of them have come back and booked it, which is great. Yeah, but for me, it's not, I don't know, I prefer being a bit more relaxed.
Yeah, I see your face enough. I don't need to be sat here like this with you. Maybe if it was someone new, it
That's horrible. For those that don't even know we're husband and wife, that is horrible. Horrible.
Well, they won't know because you didn't let me say my surname.
Well,
I mean, you didn't say
I didn't say mine.
Actually. Anyway, we digress.
We always digress. That's what this podcast is about.
We are on camera today.
We're always on camera.
I know, we're not home chatting away.
Yeah. But I just want, before we start the show and talk about the really important stuff that we know we talk about. Yeah. I just wanted to say what a LinkedIn post today.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't take credit for it. It was
Thank you, darling.
Your idea, and it was your photograph. But basically, you said to me a couple of weeks ago, send me this photo, which bizarrely I said on one of the comments, actually, I didn't know you'd taken until after the flight had finished. But
it was
anyway. Yeah. So you sent me this photo a couple of weeks ago or a week ago of me on a plane. We were all flying out. I think it was probably to America.
It was this time last year we were going to Disney.
Right, okay. This time last year against
Disney.
Depressing.
Yeah.
And the person in front of me had reclined their seat.
Straight away.
No, like, do you mind? Or just let you know, it was just a
boom.
Yeah, it wasn't like a kaboom, actually. And so you said you should do a post on it, like recline or not recline. So I did a post that went out today.
Yeah.
And boy, oh boy, have we had a response on it. So, like, everybody, not everybody obviously, but loads of people have commented. And it's really interesting, the findings. So, to add some context, I don't like reclining on a plane. If I do, then I always make sure I'm either behind behind me is a baby, where the space doesn't matter, or I'm at the back of a plane. So I always try wherever possible when it comes to pre-booking the seats. I always try and book the back so it doesn't matter. Even though, to be honest, when I recline, it's no more comfortable than not reclining. To be fair, they're just uncomfortable situations, isn't it? And so this person in front of me reclined. And he didn't put it up when he was come to eating and stuff. No. He just left it there, which really annoyed me.
Well, he walked around the plane and changed seat for a little bit.
And the bizarre thing is, the bloke was even leant forward and you took the picture, wasn't even leant back.
Because he was like that for a lot of the time. That's what I couldn't get over. So
I put a post in saying about, do you recline, don't recline? I had so many people comment. And interestingly, there's more people... No, actually, let me ask you first before I say what the world says. Would you recline or not recline? Now, I know what you do, but...
Well, I was telling the team earlier... When I flew on an airplane for the first time when I was 17 with my friends, went to Magaluf. That was the first time I'd gone on a plane. And they all reclined their... I don't know if they all did, but the girl I was next to reclined it. So I was like, oh, this is cool. And so I sat like that and I didn't think anything of it. Then as I got older, I was like, hey, that's not cool. So I'm mortified personally that I did that.
Right.
So now, no, I wouldn't because... I know it's lovely to, however, it does really disrupt the person behind you. If there was a baby, then I would ask and say, look, do you mind if I just take...
Mm-hmm.
But because I know how much it affects you and obviously so many other people, it makes it inconvenient to eat as well. So, in short, no.
In short, I like it. So, most people were saying no, they wouldn't because they think it's rude, it's encroaching other people's space. There's some smart Alex out there, of course, that says, well, if you don't like it, you should go business class.
Yeah.
We can't all afford business class, Sunshine.
Or a private jet.
Private jet. Somebody said, well, I quite like that.
I'll take a ticket on that one, thank you.
I'll test.
If there's a spare seat.
But interestingly, one of them said you should go first class or something. So I said, so does that mean then if I can't afford that, then your space is more important than my space? You're making, and this is what I don't like about the human race actually, is that not everybody, luckily, but some think they are better than somebody else because of money or status. If you can't afford
it, shut up.
Yeah, it's a bit like that,
shut up.
But then some people were saying they have to do it because they're tall.
Yeah.
Now, I'm probably 6 foot-ish, maybe just under, but about 6 foot.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly. And the people that were saying that they have to because they were tall, I think one was like 6'3", one was 6'5", something like that. Yeah. And they were saying they have to because it was tall, but I think they all said that they would just politely just let the person know behind.
Yeah.
Which I said, actually, if you said that to me, because I'm tall, I need the extra space, because I'd probably say, okay, it's fine. As long as you put it up when I'm eating.
Who's going to say no? Can I put my chair back?
Exactly.
No, you can't.
Exactly.
So no, but you don't. You know what? You don't want them to.
No, but you do it. But then, so I was like agreeing. But then this one guy said, "I'm 6'9".
Oh wow!
And I still wouldn't do it.
Oh wow!
And I was like, oh, okay then. So actually, then.
Oh bless him.
So actually, it doesn't matter if you're tall. That's not a reason then to say it, because there's now somebody that's taller than all of you that said that you would do it because you're tall, so you have to. And he's another 4 inches on the tallest person that commented.
Crikey, that is tall.
And said, no, I wouldn't do it.
Oh.
But to me, it's uncomfortable if I'm up or down anyway. It makes no difference. It's a
I
horrible
think
experience.
the older you get, the more uncomfortable planes get. I used to just fall asleep on them.
Oh, I've never fallen
like
asleep.
A light. But now, it was awful. Yeah.
So I just wanted to start that off really with that, because I thought it was really, really interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting to see people's different points of view, isn't it? Because it goes further than just what you want to do.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? It's like an unwritten rule as such. So, yeah, I thought that was really interesting.
And I had some ideas for other ones I could do.
Oh.
So somebody said, what about the armrest? Are you up or down on the armrest?
Oh, you have to keep it down, because I like that segregation between you and the stranger. Always down.
Right.
Yeah.
But what if they put it up?
Well, then I'd just...
What do you do then?
Stretch and whack that
Is
back
it the
there.
whole flight of ding, dong, ding, dong, ding, dong?
No, it wouldn't bother me.
And then middle lane motorway drivers.
Oh, yeah. No, again, when I was younger, I probably was. But now I purposefully am not, because I've experienced the are.
Yeah.
And again, it's the unwritten rule of being ignorant to other people.
Do you know what I think it is? I think it's consideration of other people.
Yes, that's it.
And to me, this all comes back to is I'm no better or more special than the next person.
Yeah.
We're all the same,
that's an
and we're all in
interesting
the same boat. And I feel like, in general, not everybody, like I say, luckily, but in general, I feel like, and I don't know if this is just a British thing, but we are getting a little bit more entitled.
Yes.
It's like, well, some people are saying, well, it's my seat, I paid for it, I can do what I want with it.
Yeah.
And you technically, you're right.
Yeah.
But I already have like a small amount of space as it is, and now you've come back and taken a bit more of my space.
Yes.
Well, yeah, technically I could do that as well. But, and you, like I say, technically you're correct, but then I would feel bad because the person behind me, if they chose not to, they have a little bit less space.
Yeah.
And if everyone does it, fair enough, but you can't guarantee the next person's. So I came up with an idea actually, which was, and somebody said it was a good idea. They should split the plane. So some of the seats do recline, which you pay like an extra 5 or 4 or 10 or 4.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and then you have some seats that don't recline.
Yeah.
And
I'll
just book the ones that don't.
Because there is rumours of a plane where you stand up.
That's been going on for years. I don't think they can do that. Was it Ryanair or something said about it? They said about charging for the toilets as well.
Oh, please. All right, I'll just go here. I'm entitled. It's my space.
I paid for this beer.
Yeah.
Drop it, your todger.
It's my space.
Nothing to see here. You got a loo roll?
No Mile High Club in the toilets. It's my space.
And if we're going there, we might as well talk about do you white front to back or back to front to back. Anyway, let's leave that there. But I thought it was really interesting, so I just wanted to mention it.
Yeah, no, it is interesting.
So what are we talking about today, Helen Butler?
Today, we are talking about the fact of marketing, and that it's not just about what you may think as adverts. You know, it's not just about ads. It's about the whole presence of you, your team, and the business. I think it's so interesting how some businesses are like, oh, no, I don't do marketing.
Okay, yeah.
Right? The way you're approaching yourself, the way you are approaching people, the way you're treating your team, that is all marketing.
Yeah.
The way you present yourself in a meeting, the way you answer the phone, the way you talk to your customers, that is all marketing. It's all part of your brand.
Yeah.
And it's just quite interesting to see how people see that differently as well. And so, yeah, I just thought today that we could talk about a little bit deeper what marketing is and how we've used that in our two really quite different businesses. So the Thread a Pixel with the branded workwear, and then Two Krakens with the film and podcasting, and how they, whilst they're different, they definitely work in harmony. And how we've always used video within Thread a Pixel because it's always been in our blood.
Yeah.
And that's naturally been our way of telling our brand story of Thread a Pixel, because we were like, no, we want people to see what happens behind the scenes. We want to do little quick videos of our customers' work to show it off.
Testimonials and things.
And yeah, so there's all different types of video that we've always done within our marketing that has definitely helped people understand us as a brand. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about the ins and outs of that.
Interesting.
So how what would you explain as marketing?
Ooh. Ooh, I'm on the spot here. Marketing.
Diddle-diddle-doo.
Yeah, the spotlight's already on my ears. I can feel the heat. To me, marketing is anything that is external facing. And what I mean by that is anybody that's not yourself. So you are always on show and you're always marketing. And to break that down is there's the obvious stuff that you spoke about, like, oh, well, I put a post up on social media, or I have a website, or I answer the phone actually in a certain way. They're probably a little bit more obvious ways in marketing. Well, maybe not answer the phone, but definitely like social media and website. Then you have the bits that are probably a little bit less, like the, like you said before, answering the phone, the tone in which you send an email, that kind of thing, because that says a lot about your business and your brand, and it all sort of overarches behind this brand consistency piece for me. So, and then there's the stuff that is more hidden that we don't always realize is marketing. And that can go as deep as, even, as you mentioned it before, how you treat staff. Because your staff should be your biggest brand ambassadors. If they're not, there's a serious problem, because surely nobody's going to sing your praises more than the people that are paying your wages, right? So for me, if you get disgruntled employees and things, of course, but if on the most part, on the bulk, you're treating your staff badly, they are then sending out a negative vision and perception of that to the rest of the world. That is marketing gone wrong. So for me, marketing covers everything. Every time you have we call them touch points, don't we? But every time we have a conversation with somebody, or we're visually represented or something like that, that is marketing and brand. And there's always this kind of push and pull sort of thing.
Yeah, well, it's really interesting you say that, because marketing has changed so much over the last good few years. And it's not necessarily what people used to think it is. And the personal branding is such a huge thing. So that lends itself so well to what you say. Your team being your brand ambassadors. You know the numbers, but they'll probably change on a regular basis, that personal branding is so much more successful than just the business branding.
Oh, on LinkedIn?
And
That's like, I think the increased engagement is or reaches like 561% on your personal page versus your business page.
So, of course, it's important to keep the business page up to date so people can see that, because that's obviously going to be one of the places that people are going to go to. However, if you've got your personalities showing what their thoughts are, what they're doing in the business, what they find interesting, it just seems to resonate and be a lot more relatable to people. And so that is such a huge thing that works really well and is really nice, I think, for people to see. It's much more relatable. And that's definitely something that we speak to that you speak to the customers about in detail, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's a no-brainer, right? Because the thing with marketing today is that, and everything actually, the internet is a fantastic place, but it's made everything so goddamn competitive. So nothing is unique anymore. Like, you'll probably get millions of people selling mugs, branded mugs or some way.
Yeah.
What makes them different, though, is the service that they provide. The product pretty much is the same. There might be some quality issues, but on the most part, it's the same. It's the service that makes you different.
Yeah.
So you have to be, there's no point shouting the loudest all the time. It's about shouting to the right people.
Yeah.
So for me, if we look, we had this conversation with a client yesterday, and we have it with quite a few, actually. It's quite a recurring thing. We should probably do a workbook on it, but or an episode just on this. But you have your company, if we take LinkedIn, for example, and let's say we take any business matter, but you have the company, somebody in the marketing department posting on the company profile page of your LinkedIn. That is like dropping a needle into the ocean and expecting it to make a splash. When you have, for most of the companies, a lot of companies, you have employees working there. You might have one, you might have two, you might have 100. If you are educating them all, because some businesses don't want their staff posting, but if you are training your staff and educating them and giving them the skills they need and the confidence and the content to post, you now have, if you have, and we spoke to a company yesterday, I'll use an example, I won't say who it was, but they're posting on the company page, but they weren't really employees posting. The one person was a little bit, but not a huge lot. And I said, do the MDs post? Not really. Does the operations director post? Not really. Does the salesperson post? Not really. Right, okay. So you've got 4 people there that are heavily invested in this business that are saying we need to drive traffic. Well, actually, if they all start posting as well, now my needles might have become a few needles in a pool. And then if I change that again, and only if I work out my ideal client profile and I'm only speaking to them, well, now we're talking about a whole different ballgame, because now I'm dropping horses into a swimming pool. I'm going to make a much bigger splash than I did before, all from just educating the people that work around me. And that's employee-generated content, EGC, employee-generated content. And that, for me, is so goddamn powerful. And it amazes me that businesses aren't empowering teams to do it.
Yeah. No, it's one of those things, isn't it? When you know.
True.
And it's all about the consistency as well, though. I think a lot of people can think, well, I posted for a couple of weeks and I didn't get any new orders.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
You know, it does take a very, it's something that needs to be seen time and time again. The amount of touch points that you need to have with a business before you actually want to engage or you trust them to engage with is much higher than it used to be, because we see so much on social media. So they've got to see these interactions from you a lot more frequently, a lot more often. So having different interesting pieces of educational pieces of what you do. Also, the customer that we had a meeting with a couple of weeks ago, they offered more than one service, which is what a lot of businesses these days do. And they said, one of our clients had been with us for 10 years and they didn't know that we also did X, Y, Z. And that is a huge thing that we've heard a lot. So educating people on what else you offer without saying, buy from us today, $9.99 today only. We also do vases. We're elephants, candles. Buy from us today.
Buy a vase and get a free elephant.
Today only.
Yeah.
But it's just about educating people, because then, once you invest in a company, it's very common that you're happy to buy their other services because you know what that service is going to be like. You know, if it's not quite right, you can speak to them and they'll make it right. So it's having that trust. It's
the trust, isn't it? And that is the key word here. And I'm starting to hear more and more people talk about it, which I'm really, really pleased about, actually, because a prime example is, you probably won't like me saying this, but I have done many things over my career. I've done websites on and off for years. And we've never really offered it as a service, as in like an advertised service.
Yeah, we've not
Some
massively
people know
advertised
we do it, but we've not really done anything with it.
No.
I'd say in the last quarter, I've probably had 4, 5 inquiries. 3 of those have turned into actual orders of doing their people's websites for them, which is really interesting because I've never really spoke about it. And all that's come off the back of is the trust, because they are existing Threader Pixel customers.
Yeah.
They trust me and you that and they've not even asked to see examples, because like I say, it's not really common knowledge. I mean, I built our own websites, but it's not really common knowledge as such.
Yeah.
And so people have trusted that because me and you have said we can do that. They haven't asked for evidence. They haven't negotiated on price. They haven't questioned our ability. It's been, okay, can we have a meeting? Okay, we've gone through it all. Great, when can we start?
Yeah.
No, not everyone has, granted. But that shows the power of trust right there.
Yeah. No, definitely. So, yeah, a great way to show that is through posting, through videos. And it's more than that one touch point, isn't it? I think it's interesting, like, how people can think that marketing is just that one factor, isn't it? But it's so much more than that.
It is so much more, but you do have to be careful as well, because a lot of the times, and this is the thing that we hear from a lot of businesses, and it's a shame, but there are so many routes to market now. Yeah. It becomes a little bit mind-boggling. I mean, even for us, and we're in the marketing space, and it's like an algorithm's changed, or there's a new social media platform, or actually, no, don't use that many characters, use as many characters. No, using too many hashtags, change your hashtag limit. Well, no, Instagram best at 6 o'clock, but LinkedIn's best at 2. So much to
and
remember.
It is forever changing.
And it's a minefield. Yeah. So what we say to people is, actually, you don't have to be everywhere all of the time. Yeah. Instead, focus on where your ideal clients are playing. If they're playing on that field, there's no point in you playing over there on that field, because they're never going to know about you. You need to be in their field. So one of the things we really work with a lot with customers, especially at the beginning, and I'd recommend anyone to this is free information for people, is work out your ideal client. Yeah. Work out who they are, what makes them tick, what problems you solve, and then where they play. Yeah. Then you play where they play. Then I don't have to worry about doing all of the things. Yeah. If they are, for example, only on LinkedIn and they don't do anything else, then you make sure you are hammering LinkedIn. If they only do trade shows and events, you make sure you're at those trade shows and events, and you heavily invest in that piece of marketing. You don't have to do it all. Just pick the bits where your customers are.
Yeah, no, definitely. Had a bit of a brain fart there.
You're a brain fart.
I was too intensely listening, and then I've lost my trail of thought.
You were looking into my eyes, weren't you?
Yeah, because we're so
Very
close.
Inappropriate.
How can I not?
Very inappropriate. We'll go back to peeing on the plane. I'll get you back on track.
But yeah, I think it is having that plan in place, though, not just posting happy. I go on about this every time, but I don't need to know that it's Pancake Day. I don't need to know it's National Purple Day. I don't need to know that it's Happy Sibling Day. I mean, okay, yes, if it's National Dog Day, they're cute, okay? I'll see your dog in your office setting. Yep, okay. But we just don't need everything else.
No, it's too much.
No.
It's too much. And to be honest with you, I mean, how many of us, when we see those posts, if we're genuinely honest with ourselves, even if we like the company, when we see that, we're Happy Pancake Day or Happy Dog Day or Happy World Flipping Cup of Tea Day, how many of us are liking and engaging those posts? Because I think if we're honest with ourselves, most people are scrolling right past. And I'd even go as far to say, actually, is that hard effort and work you've done to build that trust, you've actually just chipped away a little bit. Yeah. And it's so much harder to build. It's like positive feedback or the good news stories kind of thing. Yeah. Bad news travels faster than good news. It's horrible. It's the way it is, though. You just have to get on with it. So that bad bit of press is going to do more damage than the good bit of press. So it takes you longer to recover from that. So, yeah, I can't stand them. Do you know what? Just don't post anything, actually.
No, I know.
It does more harm
if you're
than
desperate to talk about National Cup of Tea Day, then you could say, this is how the team have it. Here's my production guys. They like it strong or whatever. Here, the guys in the office. Like, if try and make it a bit personable.
Yeah, well, that would help.
It would help. Having a strategy. It is important because you can just post a load of crap. Yeah. Have like some pillars that you want your business to sort of be talking about. What sort of feel you want to it? Do you just want it very corporate? Do you want it to have a bit of fun, a bit of humour? Do you want to involve all of the team? What sectors do you want to really focus on? But like you say, once you've got that ideal customer in mind, that helps with how your posts are going to be.
It solves so many problems you don't realise until you actually figure it out.
But having that personality helps massively. Like, just from us setting up this podcast over 2 years ago, initially we set up this podcast because we wanted therapy sessions.
And we couldn't afford counselling.
Yeah. And we just wanted to be open and honest about life and business. And it has turned into so much more than that. It really has. And I love the fact of what it's grown into and the opportunities it's brought us. But that's the point, the opportunities that it has brought us that we could never have imagined that it has. People can actually get to understand us. Hopefully we've helped some people along the way as well. And, you know, we can use this whole long form video to listen to or watch, but then we can have snippets as well.
Yeah.
We can have screenshots. This is actually now turned into something very useful for our marketing for both businesses. As you can see here, I am displayed using both because
that was a little inappropriate for a woman to do
that.
Maybe it should have been me doing that.
That looked a bit random, didn't it? Yeah, let's cut that. So it can be used for both businesses as well. So a lot of your marketing, you could try and be clever and utilize it in so many more ways, and you can reuse some of the stuff that you've done. Like you could do a blog post about one of the short videos you've done, for example. You know, you can. Well, this will be your domain.
Let me tell you now, long form video is the future of marketing, and the only reason, well, two main reasons why it is. One, because it's one of the best ways to build trust. Because short form is fantastic, but it doesn't really build trust. I need to get to know you on a deeper level, especially for expensive purchases or for things that are recurring or they have a lot of personal value.
Right.
So, but also, and this is the thing that so many people miss, if you plan and you're strategic with your long form content, podcast episodes being one of them. I mean, for our clients, we'll give an example of a client. We turn a long form podcast into X amount of social media shorts with hooks straight away to get people engaged. We give you LinkedIn post ideas. You can create carousels. You can create blog posts. You can create workbooks. You can create like a downloadable like lead generation tools. You can what else is there? Photographs.
Yeah.
And actually, if you've spoken about the right subject, from one long form podcast as an example, you could do easily 2 weeks, if not 4 weeks worth of
every day
content. I'm talking 5 days. Like we say every day. We always talk Monday to Friday is the best. But you've got a whole load of content. And the other thing is, and this is what people really don't seem to, or I don't know, get. But you should never just use one piece of content once. The chances are, with the way the world is, that not all of your audience has seen that picture or that video or that piece of content you're talking about. So repost it again in a few months.
And slightly change the way.
Don't copy and paste it from before. Use a bit of flipping initiative. But use the same image, but put a different spin on it. Use the same message with a different spin, the same video. So that we'll say to people, actually, if you have a piece of content from us, no matter what it is, use it probably 6 to 10 times in a year. And if you haven't, and that's per person, by the way, and if you haven't, you've not utilised all the content you've been given. So long form video, honestly, is a game changer. People are like, I haven't got time to spend half an hour preparing for a podcast and then 45 minutes recording it. I haven't got time. Well, let me tell you, you're missing out. And businesses, B2B especially, this is your future of marketing.
You've got to keep up.
Fact. I mean, Netflix now, next year from 2026, Netflix are going to start publishing podcasts on their channel. Now, this is only going to be for like the real big people, but what it tells you is that the world is moving. I say this to people all the time. I'm going off on a bit of a tangent here, but really importantly, years ago, you would have spent hundreds of thousands of pounds to get onto somebody's TV in their own home. The most safest place they could feel. For you to sell to somebody in their home, it would have cost you hundreds of thousands. Now, you could come somewhere like here and you could pay as little as $2.95, put it on YouTube, and now I'm in somebody's home. Like, that's just, to me, that's just like, oh my God. You wouldn't have done that 10, 20 years ago. That wouldn't have been a thing. And now you can do that and you're not capitalising on it. Bonkers. Bonkers. Sorry, a bit passionate about that. But I think the long form content is the future of B2B, well, any marketing, but especially at the minute B2B marketing, because so many aren't doing it yet. There's a huge opportunity.
Well, I think it's also people often think they haven't got the time or they can't think of the ideas or what could I talk about. And it's so interesting, the meetings that we've had in our podcast rooms with people. And then we've sat there for an hour. We've said, we could have recorded this. It could have been a podcast. And they're like, oh, my God, absolutely. And secondly, we've thought of loads of ideas of numerous things that they can talk about, that they need to shout about. And it's just sort of taking the time to think about it a little bit more.
It doesn't even take that long. And to be honest with you, I'm going to put it out there. If anybody wants to use our studio, right, and this isn't a sales pitch, I promise you, but if anyone wants to use our studio and you're stuck for ideas and that's the only thing holding you back, pick up the flipping phone, pop me an email, and I'll give you give me 5 minutes for your business and I'll give you loads of ideas to talk about. The ideas isn't the problem. It's you committing yourself. And it's not even the time, because actually, once you realise how much content you can get off the back of a podcast, and that's just one form of long-form video, but if you don't do it, I tell you now, it'll be way faster than you sitting there for 20 minutes trying to, what am I going to post on LinkedIn today?
But it's not just you as the business owner or you as the sales marketing director that has to do it all.
No.
It's nice to have the team come in.
Yeah.
It's nice to talk to a customer. How did we help you? What were you missing from your old supplier? Why did you come to us? So it's not all on you, that one person to do it all, and it makes it more interesting anyway.
Well, I'm going to give you a hack. Well, I would say you and the people that might be watching and listening. Get yourself a podcast. All the people you want to be your ideal customers, invite them as a guest on your podcast. You are selling without selling, aren't you? Basically. They're going to want to learn more about you. They're going to get to know you. And if they like you, they're going to have a conversation about the products that you're offering. To me, there is no better way than to start a conversation, especially if it's a high-level product as well, or a high-price ticket, or high-ticketed item, to start a conversation and say, for free, I'd like you to come onto my podcast. I will give you some social media shorts to use off the back of that.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is just come and talk to me for an hour. Why would they not find out a bit more about you? So to me, that's another way just to, podcasting is fantastic. It's huge. And I don't want this to be a thing of me just selling podcasts, because that's not what our podcast is about. But genuinely, even if you don't use our studio, use somebody else's studio, because that's the next thing.
It is important of the finish.
Yeah, it's like we had a meeting earlier today, didn't we, with Liz, our new partnership manager for Two Krakens, and we were talking about pricing points and where you sit in a market. And an analogy I gave her was, I think you'd walked out of the room, I can't remember, but anyway, was that if I was going to buy an Apple product, I wouldn't buy it if it was being sold in a pound store environment. Because you're asking me to spend a lot of money, you know, £1,000 minimum really for a decent piece of kit from their phone or a computer or like whatever it is. You're asking me to spend £1,000 and the shop is dirty, it's messy, it's bad signage, it just smells funny. It's just not a nice environment. Well, I'm not going to spend £1,000 in an environment like that, because I'm not sure that A, the product does what it says on the tin, or B, you're going to be here in a few weeks and I'm going to get the support that I might need. But if it was in the Apple environment like it is, then I'm going to, because I've got confidence that actually if I do have a problem, you're going to be here in a few months' time. And so when people try and create bits of content, which I get why they do, but they do it cheaply, it really offends me. There's a time and a place for a mobile phone, and mobile phones are fantastic. Do some lives on them, great. I agree. Do some type of video on them.
Like we do our Thread a Pixel quick ones of the customer stuff.
There's a time and a place, but when you're investing in content that's going to really propel your business, you've got to go for it. Even if it's not ours, use a studio. They're worth their weight in gold.
Because that would put me off of using a company.
100%.
So, and not everybody is the same, and some people won't necessarily agree, but that is, there's something we do agree on.
Not very often, but there we go. There we go.
But we could talk about this all day, couldn't we?
We could, can we?
We really could, and we could talk about ideas for anyone and everyone. But yeah, I just thought it was so important to highlight that marketing is not just ads. No. It's everything, like you say, that everybody sees of that business, and every single touch point of that business.
Well, it's funny because actually I don't like ads in general.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm 100% against them, but I'm pretty against them.
Well, it's not something we do,
really
is it?
Done, no. Well, we have tried.
Yeah, we've experimented
the problem with
in
ads
the past.
Is most people's margins are tight enough as they are, and now I've got to pay a little bit more to get my margin up. And then all that happens is company A sees that company B is winning more business, or they're hiring Google than me now on a sponsorship ad. Right, okay, let's reverse engineer the keywords they're using, the pages they're being driven to, and how much they're paying. And they're paying £1.10 a click. All right, I'm going to offer up to £1.20 a click. Before you know it, you're in a race war, a bid war, and your margin's getting less. And the only people that are really winning from that then are the the peoples that you're paying the money to, so Google, Facebook, whatever. They're great for short-term wins. I don't think they're long-form strategies personally. And you have to have huge margins in your product to really see a benefit. Personally, I mean, I'm sure people will tell me different that run the ad space, but to me, I think you're much better off investing in a organic style approach. It takes longer, it's more solid, it'll be there forever, and in the long run, it's probably more cost-effective.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would be great for someone to review their own online presence, the way they are with their staff, the way they are in meetings, networking, customers, and think, is this all coherent? Is this how I really want to be projecting the business? And just think, is our marketing where we want it to be?
Yeah, well, maybe that's a takeaway for people. They can go away and they can take away their... You've got a coughing fit, haven't you? I think we should leave this in.
Oh, dear.
You got a coughing fit.
My apologies.
We don't edit and cut them, so we have to leave it in, actually.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
That's attractive, isn't it?
Yeah,
now I've got watery eyes.
Is the idea of peeing on a plane? For those who've just tuned in, you won't know what that means. I've lost my train of thought now. But yeah, I think that...
just saying it for people to review how their presence is for
I think
marketing.
that's a really good thing, a really good point, actually. Just go away and have a look. And the best people to ask isn't yourself. It's not your marketing person or even your salesperson. It's to ask the staff.
Yeah.
Ask some of the customers. Ask external people where they're not actually involved in that process. Because if you're involved in the process, you're going to have a skewed vision of what it looks like. So ask people that aren't involved in that process and see what their feedback is.
Yeah. Does it show personality as well? It's so important. There's so many posts now that have clearly been used on Canva. It's clearly a designer that's using the same thing for different businesses, and there is no personality. Yes, you've ticked that box of having an online presence, of putting something up, but there is absolutely no personality.
No, don't bother.
And it's not differentiating you from your competitors, or what's the reason to engage?
Yeah.
And ask the right people. Ask your ideal customer. Don't ask your best friend or your mom. Oh, it's lovely, darling. Oh, yeah, I think it's fantastic. You've got to be asking the right people. So that's important as well.
Absolutely.
But yeah, if you need any help, we're always here.
God, I knew I was going to finish that off
only.
with that. No, but genuinely, there's loads of people you can go and speak to. There's loads of help out there. We're always happy to help people wherever we can. Advice is free. But yeah, just like you said, have a look at your own marketing, see what you're doing.
Yeah.
If we can do a podcast, do it in a studio, please. I see so many people trying to do it from home. And it's great you're trying. And if you're going to do it from home, that's fine. Just invest in the right kit and the right equipment. Just do it properly. Don't go in it half-arsed.
I might have to wrap this up. I'm having a coughing fit.
Okay, right. So on that note then.
Hope you found it useful.
Yeah, until next time, we'll see you later.
Thank you.
Bye.